One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. It will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA ready to roll. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bruins will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5, and gets it to the 7-yard line. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
The Bulldogs will move the sticks with the first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Dropping back, it's Bush. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season?
He'll take a deep shot here. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
And he shows you the arm right there. But I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot,
and it's caught inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Toss sweep to the right. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Comes out throwing on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He looks that one in nicely. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
That makes the score Georgia 7, UCLA 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a snag by the defense. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and...
Touchdown, Georgia! What a grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, UCLA.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
UCLA 0.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Celtic kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Grove. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10.
First and 10.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
Open runway ahead. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Feeling some heat. He makes a catch. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Okay, ready? And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Trying to get to it. He's right on target. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. And that time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kent State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
To the air, it's Bush. Makes the grab down the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw for it. Working that left side now. And the Bulldogs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. Get it out on the screen. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter.
Georgia, 14. UCLA, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. A run for the quarterback. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
It's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do.
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Going for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Wants to throw. It's Bush. On target. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Quarterback keeps it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in, the defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. This crowd knows when to bring it. He's got his man. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds his target down the middle. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
The Bruins will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
A low line drive and short kick. He gets a block. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC is currently working from behind, but in front of a packed Coliseum, anything is possible. That fight song, those uniforms, momentum can change quickly. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Colorado. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that one.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, UCLA!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 30. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he made the extra point without problem.
14.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Getting some heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
First down for the offense.
After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen. Get ready for the run. Less.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Dropping back, it's Bush. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On third down, going up top. They get to him as he throws. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires one high and deep. Lofted toward the sideline. Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
Out of the gun to give to the back. On the move at the 30. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him.
He's going to fire deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Georgia 35, UCLA 21.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going at...
Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Snags it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
3rd and goal from way back there. This quarterback part of their running game. And they're able to get him down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
UCLA, 21.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense give it.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. Snags it over the middle. Knocked off his feet.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
How's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterback.
Going for it all. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to the air one more time. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he dropped it! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's as rough as a 3 drives as you can have. 2 interceptions and a fumble to add to it. You can't score points if you keep giving the ball to the other team. This offense has to find something they can do well, because right now everything's really not working.
Looking deep down the right side. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They'll throw it on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Nothing too exotic about that blitz right there. That's just the middle linebacker coming right up the middle of the field in the teeth of that offensive lineman. Nobody accounted for him, and he gets home.
On second down, looking again to throw. And this defense is maxed out in this pressure. Another sack.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Looking for a huge play. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. He lost one down the sideline. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Looking for a crease. It's Grove. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Hands it off. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide out in motion. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And they get him down.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for a pretty good job by the defense.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push. And there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the defense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Bush. Got his man quickly. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
It's 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. He's going to pass. Got a man. It's Adams.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. They're working that left side. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Melton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bush. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you've got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Buffalo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this knee. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. You'll call for the fair catch here. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They're going to throw it again. They're trying to get to it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick it off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown.
Oh, he wants it all. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia, number 5, with the defensive score.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
That makes the score Georgia 70, UCLA 21.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a win.